So now her third ability, her E ability, is this. You throw out some dynamite. I threw it too far. Hey, what is up, ladies and dudes? I'm back. Today we're looking at the brand new Overwatch hero. We're looking at Ashe. She's the brand new one just announced at BlizzCon not too long ago. So far she's pretty cool. I wanted to go. We're gonna go show you her overall design. So this is. Which button was it that I had for this? Nope, wrong thing. Anyway, you can see her there. Pretty fancy. I cannot get. Okay, there we go. So I can't get the UI back. But she looks pretty cool. She's a damage hero. First new damage hero we've had since Doomfist. So that's been a little while. We've gotten 2 supports and 2 tanks since Doomfist. So at this rate, if they keep adding 2 supports and 2 tanks for every damage character, pretty soon it'll be pretty well balanced out, but we'll see. So she's got a couple of different things here. First off, I have to say I really like Ashe's design overall and her aesthetics, but I really like her weaponry. And I can see myself definitely getting to hang out with this hero a little bit more. So her rifle here is called the Viper. It has 12 shots, and each one can be reloaded. They're individual bullets. So if I go ahead and fire off like 6 bullets, and then if I want to reload, if I start firing again, you saw it only went up to 9. You don't actually have to reload fully before you start firing again. You can just fire like you can fire a bullet and then reload, and then fire some bullets and reload, and fire some bullets and reload. So it's a little bit of a delay, but it could potentially, if you're good and you're good at managing your resources, your bullet reserves, I think it could be pretty alright. Hit scans are always fun. This is going to be a hero that people are not going to complain, like Brigitte or Hammond, about being like low skill or anything like that. And so far, honestly, I really like how her gun feels. So her left click seems to do like about 20 to 30 damage. So we're just gonna punch this guy. So that's 30 damage for a melee. Yeah, it looks like it does. That's 60 damage. So it looks like it does about maybe 40 damage on a body shot, and then obviously double that for a headshot. But where it gets interesting is with her right click. So finally we get another hero who can aim down sights. I like guns that can aim down sights. I like Widow, I like Ana, and I like Ashe. So hers seems to do about almost double the damage as actually let's just go ahead and take these guys out so we can get this one quick. Come back. So if we do a body shot, it goes, you can see it's got like a bar and a half, and then here, yeah, it looks like it does just about double the damage from not scoped, and you can just fire faster, and then, so I'm clicking as fast as I can. This is how fast you can fire, just where you're scoped, and then this is how fast you can fire when you're not scoped. So it's going to be a lot faster to fire. Actually, let's go ahead and take these guys out and see if it's faster, as far as like body shots are concerned, to just spam into someone. So that took about 3.5 seconds. I'm gonna actually count out loud this time just so I can. So it's gonna be 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. So about 2.5 seconds to take them out. And this is gonna be 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. So it's a little bit slower if you're scoping. It seems like on the for actually like doing raw damage, but what it's gonna be good for is doing the lots of damage all at once, that burst damage you can get with a scoped headshot. So this does almost double the damage, and then of course that doubles with a crit. So there is a little bit, so she does have a difference between her firing speed. I'm just spamming as much as I can, and this is how fast I can shoot. But one of the things that I noticed when I was playing around with her earlier, and we'll get into her other abilities in a second, is the delay from firing. So I'm just gonna fire at this guy as fast as I can from scope to not scope. That's as fast as you can fire. We can have it again, scope to not scope. That's as fast as you can fire. Spamming my mouse button just literally as quickly as I can. You can probably hear it. Now the difference is if you go like this and like that, you can fire and do the same amount just as quickly. So here is like this, and then I'm spamming, and that's how fast you can do it. But if you do it the other way around, waiting for the bot to respawn, there's not as much a delay if you fire and then scope as there is when you're coming out of scope. So going into scope, there's less of a delay than coming out of scope. So that's just an interesting thing I noticed. So if you do have someone lined up, that's going to be probably the quickest way to dispatch a normal person, is a quick hip fire and then a scope fire. Because it's going to take 1 Mississippi 2, so about a second and a half of that. Or training bot. Or 1 Mississippi 2, so it takes about the same amount of time. But you know that you're going to do more damage that way. I don't have any tanks handy, so I can't really. So yeah, so that's her rifle. I really like this gun. But now we're going to move on to some of her other abilities. So she also has her shift ability, and we'll get into her ultimate in a second. Her shift ability is basically a scout scatter gun from TF2. It's literally the force of nature. So anyone who's played TF2 knows the force of nature, and that's what this is. It's a scatter gun. It does huge amounts of knockback. It's got a slight delay when you pull it out. Got an ever so slight delay when you pull it out before it actually fires, but not too much. And so it's still pretty usable as a kind of a quick draw. So if you're out of ammo and you're just kind of firing off one shot as quick as you can, and it's like whatever, but you got that other last shot just to knock someone away so they're not quite as close to you. So that could be really good against like Reinhardt or Brigitte. So yeah, it is more crowd control against Reinhardt, which kind of sucks, but that's how it is. And it's fun. You can bop them up, and then if you didn't suck, you could shoot them. But one of the really cool things about this is it actually not only does it boop enemies back, it also boops you back a lot. So it can be used like some really nice mobility. Yeah, and this thing is no joke. Like you can go really high in this with this thing. So I like it. So now her third ability, her E ability, is this. You throw out some dynamite. I threw it too far. That's fine. So her E ability is throwing out some dynamite. And this, basically it's got a fuse, it'll blow up, it'll catch you on fire, does half damage to you, so you can kill yourself with this. Actually, we can find out exactly how much damage it does, because it does half damage to us, as opposed to other stuff. Respawn, health back. I'm down 1 HP. Come on. Come on. There we go. So at point blank range, it looks like it does about 40 damage initially, which means it'll do about 80 to other people, and then it did so it did a total of 87 damage. So total is going to do like 150 damage, so if you get a tracer with that point blank, it'll kill it. As long as they don't get healing or recall or anything. I'm not sure what status effects will get rid of the fire, or if it's just literally that's it. But it's an interesting damage over time mechanic, which is cool. But the cool thing about this dynamite is if you shoot it, it actually explodes faster. Which is really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw that on the ground. throw that on the ground, and if you shoot it, it blows up instantly. I don't know if other people shoot it if it blows up instantly. That could be interesting. That could be kind of dangerous. But yeah, so as you can see, I mean, it's going to take some practice to get to where you're using that consistently, and good luck console players ever trying to hit that. But one thing that they did talk about on the BlizzCon, one of the BlizzCon streams, was if you throw it out and then click, you're gonna hit it. If you're not moving your mouse or anything. So if you just throw it straight out and click instantly as soon as you can, you're gonna hit it. Just like that. But it's not gonna hit you, which is kind of nice. So it gets thrown out there pretty far. There's gonna be a ton of different stuff to do with this. So I'm gonna that you could do with this. So it's like if you're gonna be throwing this up and then throwing that like that, to get over, like, just think about if this barrier was a Reinhardt shield and there's like an enemy death ball behind it. You coach gun yourself up in the air and you fire that over their shield and they're all gonna be on fire. It's gonna be great. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that looks like you're gonna be able to do with this. So I'm definitely excited to actually get to play here. But finally, her ultimate ability is B.O.B. I don't remember what B.O.B. stands for, but he's a little Omnic buddy that what he does is I'm just gonna show you, but
Do something.
yeah, literally, B.O.B. do something. He runs in, charges. If he hits someone, I'll try to hit someone with him in a second. He actually will knock them up in the air and does like 100 or so damage, and then we'll start shooting at them, which is nice. He can be anything you can do to a player, you can do to him. He's got like 1,200 health, I believe. It shows down at the bottom. I'll have to show you. As soon as we get our ult, there we go. As soon as we get our ults up. So there you go. Yeah, he's got 1,200 health. You can see down here at the bottom, he actually did take damage. He knocked the enemies up a little bit, and then started shooting them. There you go. So he kind of knocks them up. I need to do it on a stationary target, but even though B.O.B. is going, I'm already at 15% of my ult charge. So her ult seems to charge pretty quick, just because it's kind of has the potential to be slightly underwhelming, I think. Just because it's not, it's like a Torbjorn turret, but better. Basically, that's what it seems like to me. So we're gonna shoot B.O.B. at this fellow as soon as he shows up. So there you can see him shoot up in the air, and you can shoot him like just keep shooting. Yeah, so that's pretty much Ashe. Whoops, missed. I'm really excited for Ashe. Ashe is one of my favorite characters to get added so far, as far as from like a kit.
Don't waste my time.
This is awesome. That's all I can say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe if you want to see some more. I'll definitely be playing Ashe when she gets out on the live server. Yeah, there was something else I was gonna say. Oh yeah, streaming is still happening on Thursday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern time. If you guys want to join me. Currently, we are playing through Zelda. I recently got Destiny, been playing a lot of that, so if you guys are interested in seeing that on the channel or on stream, we can do that. I can start over on a new character, or I can just keep playing my character, but if we did on stream, we'd probably start over and play a different class, because I've only ever played the Hunter class. But yeah, let me know if you'd like to see that. It is also Zelda month. It's November, so that means it's Zelda month. If you guys want to potentially do something Zelda themed, that would be fun. I have Majora's Mask on my N64 that I'm still to play through. That could be fun to do on stream, and we could also go through Parallel Worlds on the SNES. If you'd like to see that, it's like a really hard version of A Link to the Past, which is one of my favorite games of all time. But of course, I've played that. I've beaten a randomizer. You guys saw that on stream. So there's a lot that we could that we've already done with Link to the Past, but it's a different story. It's a different map. The enemies are really hard. I played through a little bit of it. I played through like the first dungeon. But yeah, it's fun. If you guys want to, I keep trying to double jump. This is not Destiny. If you'd like to see that, just let me know. But yeah, and I'll see you in the next video or on stream. This is Kyle the Gentledude, signing out.